Hey guys, it's Lisa here with Freezer Meals with Lisa. Welcome back to my channel. I am so glad you are here. I am making another freezer meal. What? Yes, love me my freezer meals. I gotta keep them stocked. I'm just cutting up a carrot for my granddad's beef roast freezer meal. So I like to cut the carrots a little bit bigger because they cook in the crock pot. What? Freezer meals that you cook in the crock pot? I mean, is that a dream come true? The other dream come true is that I absolutely love making a delicious, healthy freezer meal for my husband. And when he eats it, he is like amazed. But you know what? My kitchen's closed at 5 o'clock. Like, I didn't slave all day to make this. I'm going to make it in the freezer bag. I'm going to label the bag with the recipe on the outside. And when I'm ready, I'm going to pull it out, throw it in the crock pot on a busy day. And I don't have to do any dishes other than the crock pot and then a few dishes that we eat off of. So that is genius to me. All right, so I am making off of my Moonlit Harvest menu. So for those of you who don't know, I do have a freezer meal membership program, but this is not about that. This is about a free recipe. This recipe is going to be in the description box below just for you. So I hope you make this recipe. I'm showing you how to make it, and you can make this recipe. Now, one caveat is that I use a special seasoning blend in my freezer meal program because my ladies who join me are really all about the convenience. So they want to buy a good, healthy seasoning blend already made together. They don't want to have to go through the trouble of making their own blend, but you can do either. On my site here, on my YouTube channel, I show you exactly how to make the beef stew seasoning mix from scratch. Okay, we used this in my zingy beef stew recipe, and then this is the local spicery blend, and I use different blends for different recipes. They have a lot of nifty seasoning blends, but I know that the girls trust me that sign up for my program, and so I'm going to use that in this beef stew. I'm using their depth intense umami flavors. But don't get me wrong, the recipe in the description, you're going to be able to use the homemade beef stew mix right here. We can make that together. I have a video. I'll link it in the description box below, so you can make this seasoning and then go find my video and make the zingy beef stew. All right, so we're going to do 3 tablespoons of this seasoning. And this is the pot roast, Granddad's pot roast. Moonlit Harvest menu is what this is. I like to name my menus. Let's see. I have 6 recipes on each menu, and I offer a custom grocery list. So that is, but you guys have it. You guys have the free recipes in the description box below. You just have to search for the recipe you want to make. Okay. We got to add a tablespoon of butter. I always talk about it in my videos that you have your mise en place. You have all your things that you need right where you need them, so you don't have to go hunting for them. Makes making freezer meals a breeze, you guys. I love making freezer meals, I tell you what. Now, we're definitely adding some butter in here. Give it some flavor. Now, this recipe calls for a cup of Merlot wine, which you can add the day of, or you can add it now. I actually forgot to get it in my grocery haul yesterday, so I'm going to wait and add it the day I make this, okay? But in the meantime, we've got a pound of carrots peeled and cut. You can add a yellow onion. My husband doesn't do yellow onion. I have onion powder that I will actually do. Onion powder somewhere here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, let's add some onion. I like to give them an onion flavor without the full onion, because he doesn't like the onion. I don't know. Usually I get dehydrated onion, but that works. Okie dokie. Now, there's no salt in this seasoning blend, so I like to add salt to it as well. But if you use a seasoning blend that has salt, then you might not want to add salt, just so you know. Okay, our blend that we do with the beef stew that we make together, that has salt. And we're going to add some Worcestershire sauce. good couple glugs of that, as Rachel Ray would say. That's it. I've become my own version of Rachel Ray. I love it. I used to watch her 30-day meals all the time. Did you guys? Alrighty, and then we need 2 tablespoons of tomato paste in here. Oh, it's gonna be good. Oh my gosh. All these recipes turn out so good. My husband is my taste tester, and he loves them, and then the house smells so good. So 2 tablespoons tomato paste. You can buy tomato paste in a tube. Did you know that now? Mm-hmm. All right, a little tip I want to say. I went grocery shopping yesterday, and the beef tips, the beef stew meat was astronomically expensive. I don't know what's happening, but the price was so high that I'm like, no, I can't. No. So I found a little ways down in the meat department there were some chuck roasts, and the chuck roasts were less per pound than the beef stew meat, which is kind of not normal. So I bought the beef chuck roast myself and cut it up myself. So, oh, that's for the beef stew. This is the beef chuck, but this is the chuck roast, 1 solid chuck roast in here. 3 pounds, actually. I had to cut 1 in half. But since I was cutting the stew meat for the other recipe, I just bought 3 chuck roasts and then divvied them up between the 2. Okay, then you are going to zhuzh everything together. Oh, you know what? We're going to also add a little bit of water to this to give it somewhere to go. It has to have a place to go. Okay. And we seal it up. I mean, that's all you're adding in there for the seasoning. And then we're going to add some frozen vegetables. Well, we got the carrots in there, and I'm going to add some frozen peas. But you can add the recipe calls for a 12-ounce bag of frozen mixed vegetables, any ones you would like to get. And then I'm going to make sure that tomato paste gets down there. I'm going to add this bag of peas because I just want to get them in there so I don't forget. Like a leftover bag of peas. So in you go. I don't want to waste any ingredients or anything. That's been sitting in my freezer for a while. I always recommend search your freezer first before you go grocery shopping. Make sure you don't need anything in you might already have. Okay, you guys, that is it. This is the pot roast, Granddad's pot roast, and freezer meal is done. How long was that? 5 minutes? I don't even know. I hope you make the meal. Subscribe to my channel, please, if you want to have more great freezer meal recipes, and we'll do it together. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.